Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Linda's Stampin' Escape. This is Linda, and hopefully, we are live. It's been a while since I have been able to come live, so I'm hoping you will join me. Make sure you pop on and say hello. I love to know who I am stamping with. All right, we got a few viewers on here already. So looks like we're in for a good night. Okay. All right. We got a few viewers on here already. So looks like we're in for a good night. Okay. All right. We got a few viewers on here. Okay, so much for that replay. Hello, Carrie, and hello, Deborah. I got the sound turned off on my laptop, so now we can go. And Beth has joined us. Hello. Hello, ladies. Hope my setup is okay here. I'm going to just adjust this a little bit. Okay, tonight we are going to be working with the part of the Country Wood Suite. The suites are on pages 48 through 51 in the new annual catalog. And if you haven't got yours yet and you purchase from me, give me a jingle or message me and we can set up a time for you to pick up your catalogs. You definitely want those in your hands. So, my part of the Country Wood Suite that I'm working with tonight is the Country Birdhouse Bundle. That's on page 50. And then we're going to take a look at the Country Woods Designer Series paper. That is so pretty and very, oh, how do you say that? I don't know, earthy, manly, farmhouse-ishy. Let's start. I'm going to start with this one because I just love that color. And speaking of colors, basic beige, basic gray, crumb cake, early espresso, gray granite, misty moonlight, pecan pie, petal pink, pool party, smoky slate, and wild wheat are the colors you're going to see in this suite. Karen and Candy have both joined us, and Candy says, "Yay, you're back." I know, right? It's just been too long. So here is that paper. This is one of them. And my color is, or my lights are really bleaching this out. That's side 2. Then we got this dark early espresso one, very pretty. This would go nice with that tool set that some of you have. And there you have this. What's nice about this is you can flip these to either side in any direction. Hi, Barb. This is more of that grayish color, so that's really nice. Very neutral. But then when you flip this over, this one has a little bit of that pecan in it. So you can, add more colors you want. Of course, when they're neutral, you can add any color you want, right? And Cheryl has joined us. Welcome. Okay, here we got another one. This is beautiful wood grain in here. And then this one, which is very antiqued. I'm sure there's a different word for it, but that's what my brain is telling me right now. I have been on super mode for I would say about 6 weeks in a row, and this weekend I went to Door County and it was amazing. So now I got to catch up with my brain because I kind of turned it off up there. So we got this one and then this pretty blue one. This is really nice. And then when you flip it over, you got this. And this is the one I'm going to use tonight. Actually, I'm going to use these two. So these two are going to be on my card tonight. All right. Hi, Sharon. So Country Birdhouse is where we're going, and I'll show you what inspired me. If I can get this. Okay, I printed this picture out, but I didn't realize that the sun was hitting it with one heck of a shadow. So you only catch a little bit of it here. And this is Anderson's Dock in Ephraim. And all those different colors, this is the only place where they allow you to do graffiti, but you can't use spray paint and you can't chisel into the wood, but you can paint your name or the name of your boat on there. It's really kind of cool. They have special places where you can paint. So this whole building is just full of people's names and their boats. And it's really pretty cool. So if you look back on my Facebook from, I think it was Sunday morning, maybe, and I said, this is my morning spot, that was taken out by that. That was just down from our hotel. So, hi, Joan. Enjoyed and shared. Thank you very much, Joan. Okay, so here's our birdhouse. You see a lot of the little dies here that I'm going to be using tonight, along with that big birdhouse. I'm going to show you how I cut this. I hope you guys mind that I don't take the time to actually cut while you're watching. If that's a preference for anyone, please let me know, because I could do that. I'm still trying to figure out my camera angles and stuff so that it's not so blurry, because it still looks a little blurry to me. So not quite trying to get the hang of this. But anyways, this is how I cut this. Let me get that piece of paper back here so you can see that. I'm going to pull this up and see if I just need to get my camera closer. Yep, I think that's going to be the secret for our next video. Okay, so that's how I cut that out. And when you cut that, you need to put this, it looks like a little steering wheel, right? But what that does is it's going to cut out the little hole for your birdhouse. Bird's got to have a door, right? So Chris has joined us. All right. And Joan says it looks good. Wonderful. Glad to hear that. Okay. Don't want to lose my little die, so I have to grab him back and put him over here. Okay, so we got a little birdhouse cut out. And then what I did is I cut out the pedestal. So we're going to have a standing birdhouse this time. And we're going to make a little perch. So he'll go here. And one thing I didn't cut out is my little circle, which would have been blue. I mean, I have it because that little, this guy here, the little one in the center, actually cuts that out. But I flipped it over and it's blue on both sides. And I don't know if you'll see it. I can't put the perch too far down. We'll figure it out, right? So I'll just put this over here. And of course, my take your pick tool is still packed in my retreat stuff. I'm so bad. Okay. Let's start assembling this a little bit. I'm going to pull out. Oh, this looks like it's almost done empty. Tip of the day. Check your paper or your tape before you go live. So we're going to add a little adhesive to this. I'm using the silicone mat here because that actually pulls your tape back. It doesn't stick on anything else. And I just give this a nice little rub, make sure it doesn't come up over the top of my paper here. And then I'm just going to pull in this little scallop piece that I have. I'm going to line that up. Oh, yeah, that looks good. And then I'll push it down. See, even when I push it down, it'll pop right back up for me. This little silicone mat works wonders. And I'm going to add just a little bit more. Now it's about as thick as my Stampin' seal, so it's not a big deal. But I'm going to put that back on here, and we're going to edge this right to the top here. Kind of like putting a little puzzle together, but it works so nice because it lines everything up for you. Okay, there we go. And then we are just going to pop this guy on there. Now, if you want, you can pop anything up. This is just my preference to just put it right down to the birdhouse. And who knows, maybe my next card I will. I just started playing with this, and let me tell you, it's a lot of fun. I am going to put the little perch on, and I will do that with a glue dot. So I'm just going to like kind of fold it over till I get it into a little bit of a ball. And then I want to see which side here I want, the light side or the dark side. There we go. I'm going to go with that little bit of a darker side. So put that on there. Ooh, he's sticky. There you go. And you can still see that. And the glue dot will give you just enough dimension to let it pop off. So you can see it just a little bit better. How does that look? Pretty cool, huh? Nice. I'm not going to put this on until we get to the front assembly of our card. So next up, I think we've got some flowers here. And I was going to put, you know what? Let's do the front. That way I can put that all together. The only thing I want to do yet on this, because I'm going to pop this whole piece up, is I want to put a little dark piece on. Now, I was making cards with my club, and we used this paper. So this is the only one you guys didn't see, except you did see our card on my blog today. I shared that. So we had a little fun Thursday night and decided to actually pop this up behind here. One of the girls kind of did it by accident, and I said, hey, I like that better. That's why I like stamping in groups, because we all have such wonderful ideas and we can share them together, right? Thanks, Carrie. We're just going to keep building on this little guy here. And yes, some of that will stick out, but you know what? That's okay, because it's all going to get popped up anyways. Now you can actually see that that has dimension inside that little birdhouse. So let's get our front. So I wanted to place this on here, but I thought it was a little bit too bright. So I decided to add a little piece of, oh, Lord in heaven. Hi, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn, for that nice little breakaway. Oh, why does your mind fail you? You know, if somebody would have asked me what this was yesterday, I probably would have told them without a flip of a switch. But Joe, it just totally flew my mind. So thank you, Karen. She said, that is vellum. And yes, it is. Vellum cardstock it is. So that's what we're working with. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We got friends in there telling me. I love it. Ladies, this is why I would never go on a game show, because when I'm put under the gun, I just can't remember anything. So I don't like giving speeches. I just like stamping with my friends. And then we can all come up with this stuff together, right? Okay. Now that I have that all in, I'm going to get my Early espresso is what I'm using here. And you see my little flowers there. Those came from the die cutting. And they are the petal pink. Is that correct? Is petal pink? Yep. Ooh, ding, ding, ding. I got one right. Petal pink it is. So we're going to put our crease there. We're going to put down, I don't know if I need that, but I'll pull it back if I do. See how that vellum just kind of lightly absorbs some of the heaviness of that, or it just pulls a little bit of that color away, so it's not quite so strong. So it's not going to take away from our little birdhouse. All right, let me pull these off because it's not going to stick very well if I don't. Then I can add my flowers as I wish, and we will add that greeting last. Okay, they're all off. Now we got to add this little guy, and I want to figure out exactly where he's going to go. So let's put him down. I'm going to use the little ones on him. This is my bottom. And I'm only going 2 up because I think it's going to bump into one of those up onto the birdhouse, so we won't have to worry about putting one there. Just going to put this right about here. And then we'll put our birdhouse almost to the top. Kind of center him. I see I'm a little off here, so let me just slide him over a bit. Oh, I think that works. If you don't like this, you can always cut that off and let it pop up by itself. But now you're catching all that dimension. Your little post is holding up your birdhouse. You got this little guy. So we really didn't need to pop that base up, but you can if you want to. The reason I picked the pink here was because I have some right there. And you could use the bird if you want. We're not on this card. I'll show you another card that I did the bird with. So we're just going to use some of the glue dots, and I'm going to start there. Ladies, I'm still getting used to the way these pull out. It might take me a couple of years, so you might have to be patient with me. Okay, let's get these. Let's put this one down here. And one more. Let me grab this one because you're going to see that I actually colored this one. I'm going to tuck him. Nope, I'm going this way because my greeting is going to come across here. So I might even have to move this guy up just a hair. There we go. And if you want to give your little flowers a little added dimension, just take your marker. This is the regular marker. This is my Stampin' Right marker. This is not the Stampin' Blends, because doing this with the Stampin' Blends would probably, they would bleed on you a little bit. So not a lot, but I mean, they wouldn't stay in place as much as this little guy does. And he's going right inside the little lines that our die cut made for us. And that's just to emphasize and highlight those little spots. And I might have to take a quick run upstairs because I realized I left my embellishments up there. How fast can I run? Or I'll just put them on tomorrow and you can see them on the blog. Do that as well. They are the new gray ones. They're really pretty. Cheryl says she loves the different rustic looking colors. I know, me too. And it was inspired by that barn. So I knew I was going to play with the birdhouse again, because I like to do that, because it gives my club ladies a few more ideas. Because many times when we do club, they do purchase the bundles that we get to play with. So you could also take any of the naturals embellishments. Just about anything would work. Something brown would be pretty in there. Don't think I have that handy. What I do have handy is the iridescent rhinestones, which I hate to say, are discontinued. Cry me a river, because these were my favorite. So I'm going to share them one last time. Hopefully you guys snagged up a bunch of these before they retired, because they are just amazing. Now, our regular rhinestones are still available, which I love, because with those Stampin' blends, you can actually color them. But this one tended to pick up the colors that we used. So how pretty is that? We don't even have our greeting on yet. Oh, and I don't even have leaves. I'll put the leaves on last because I don't want to go over where my greeting is. Okay, I'm going to pull out my paper piercing mat here because we're going to stamp on that, because we are using photopolymer and it just gives you a nice image, stamped image. And I think this is little enough. Yep, this one's going to be too big. So let's do this. We're going to tap our color on here. All right. And then I'm going to stamp right about there. I like to allow that ink to go right into that cardstock. There we go. Not going to die cut this. We'll just grab my scissors and do a little trim on it. So where are we going to put that? I think I'm actually going to move it down here. Do one of these. Sometimes I never know where I'm going to put those greetings. Sometimes I move them to the insides. Turn that off. Let's see where we like this. Won't fit there. It will layer there. Any opinions as we figure out where we're going to put our greeting? I don't know if I like it covering up my base. Maybe if it was just a little bit. I came out here. If we put it on the left side, or we put it on the right side. You got to be careful with this because it's kind of sticking. I think it's the greeting is a little bit too long. It hangs off the edge if I put it here. That is not acceptable. Not really liking it on the top. How about there? Towards the top on the left. Right side, left side. Chris says she thinks inside. She doesn't want to hide that little birdhouse at all. So are we liking the top or are we liking down here? I can't get it over here because it's just sticking off that side. So it's either going to have to go right up here, which will kind of cover up some of our stuff up here, or I think I might sit. Kara says right where it is. I think we might go here. Bottom left, right where it's at. Okay. Some people like it here, some people like it here. You know what? Okay, we got more bottoms than we have tops, so here it goes. And to be honest, the inside wouldn't have been a bad idea either. Because sometimes you don't have to put a greeting on the front. You can save it for the inside. I'm going to give a little glue dot right up on, whoops, he's supposed to stay there, right on top so he doesn't move on me, just like he's doing now. There we go. We got that. And now we're going to stick a little green in there. And I think that a little glue would work well with this, but my glue is packed away. So I'm just going to tuck them in here. And then I will glue them in later. But let's just tuck them in to see how they look. Oh, he's got too much sticky on him yet. He's pulling it right back out. Let's get one down here. Thinking I'm going to put the two in there. I like that. And let's get all their leaves are going in different directions. So I'm going to watch that. And I'm going to stick one up here. Kind of give it a nice flow. So I can lift that little glue guy up there. I can stick him right under there. There we go. See how it kind of gives a nice flow, little angle there. And then this guy, he's going to get tucked right under here and quite deep there. And I think I'm only going to do one there. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm working with my 5. So thanks. Carrie says it's a good problem to have, that possibilities are endless. Well said. All right, I think I am going to stick one more up here. Whoa. We'll put them up here when I can get my little glue back so I can just stick it in there because I think he looks nice back there. So there we go. All finished, and this is done mainly with the dies, or basically with the dies. Just our greeting came out of our stamp set. And I will show you, I don't always do this, but I will show you my other card from my club ladies. And this is that one. So my vellum piece is cut with the postage dies, just like this one is. And this one is just hand colored. Not my favorite coloring on a bird ever, but he's okay. But I like the fact that we actually use the watercolor pencils and blender pens. So we kind of went back to the beginning and started playing with some of the things because watercolor pencils and blender pens are great for new stampers because you have so much control. You know, watercoloring can get a little wild, fun and pretty, but this gives you so much more control. And here we put in just a little color. Some ladies liked theirs darker, and some ladies didn't put any color in there at all, which was kind of cool. So you can get 2 totally different looks from this bundle. And if you are bird lovers, there you go. They are so pretty. Just love these. So, and you got to see the designer paper too. So I'm hoping to do a few more, now that things have calmed down, few more videos to catch up on some of the ones that I didn't turn into videos for YouTube. So I may get at that. So thank you for joining me. Don't go away. You, as always, I will be giving away some embellishments tonight. And let me flip over to my page here so we can get this going. Oh, I should have left these little pretty cards there so you could still look at them, right? Okay. This thing's just going crazy over here. It's not even letting me put on a full screen. It's picking winners without me. Okay, let's get a full screen so it's easier for everyone to see. And I may have to turn off this light. Does that work? That works good. Okay. Technology can never be simple. Let's go back up here, get you in full stream so everybody can see their names. This is actually from our last live. So everybody who watched from our last live, this is it, ladies. Check and make sure your names are on it. I think I actually put all commenters on this one. So because it took me so long to get back live. So appreciate you waiting around. And let's see who's going to win those embellishments. And Miss Dawn, you are a winner. So congratulations to Dawn Chapman. You are the winner of, and I'm going to pick them out of my new stuff, Dawn. So I also have a catalog for you. So thank you all, ladies, for joining me this evening. I hope you enjoyed the Country Birdhouse Bundle, and I may be hosting a class with this. If you are interested, let me know. Until then, have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.